Surge pricing and primetime tips. Surge pricing is for Uber, primetime tips is for Lyft. This video I'll just explain more in detail what those two things were, how they work for Uber and Lyft, and what are the benefits and what are not. And a couple questions that I get asked a lot on a lot of my comments. To start off, surge pricing. Uber tends to charge you 1 to all the way up to 5, even up to 10 times the normal price, regular fare that it would be when the demand is high, when there's not a lot of drivers out there to meet the demands of the public. For example, this tends to happen on Friday and Saturday nights for the most part, especially here in Los Angeles. This is how it is. Ask me how I know, it's just like that. For the most part, the pricing will never really go up 5 times the normal price, especially out here. This is how it is here in Los Angeles, but it could be different in other states. This is just a general idea how it is here, and it might be similar in other states. For the most part, it won't really ever go up to 5 times the normal price. It usually stays around 1 to 3.5 times the normal price, and it'll usually stay from 1 all the way to 3.5 the normal price, which is pretty normal here. For the most part, it'll stay around 2. Every once in a while it'll go to 5, but it's very rare. It usually happens on like humongous holidays like end of the year. Like it'll usually happen around Christmas time, New Year's, around those type of times. So that's when it'll happen, when it'll go that high. But generally speaking, it'll be 1 and 3 times the normal price. Now, what does that mean? That means if your normal price for a ride is, you know, let's say 20 bucks, let's say 10 bucks, right? It'll be, if it's 2 times the price, it'll be 20. If it's 3, it'll be 30. So whatever the fair price is, it'll be multiplied times whatever time the surge pricing charges at that time.
All right, this one's for the drivers. On the drivers, whenever there is surge pricing, whatever city you're in, there will be grid cutoffs all over mapped out for Uber. And when there is surge pricing, you will see that area highlighted, and it'll tell you what pricing it is at that time. So for example, here in this map for San Francisco, it shows in the top right corner that the surge pricing is 1 to 1.25 times the normal fare. Now keep in mind, now this is a good thing for the drivers. If you're borderline close to it and your area is not in a hot zone or a heat zone, and you can just drive over, turn on the app, and boom, you'll get the fare, the multiplied price fare at that time. For the riders, there's really nothing you can do about this other than wait it out. And if you do wait it out, it might peak down or it might go down, but it might spike back up. So there's nothing you can do about it other than just wait it out. So you'll be alright.
When you request a ride, it will tell you right then and there how much the pricing is. So just be prepared and don't be surprised. Make sure you check it and it'll be fine. Now on the Lyft side, they do primetime tips, which is something similar to surge pricing, but a little bit different, a little bit cheaper, a little bit more affordable. They do 25% all the way up to 100% of the normal price. So unlike Uber, which does anywhere from 1 to 5 times the normal fare, that's a big amount, where Lyft caps it at 100% commission, so meaning that they can never charge you more than basically twice the fare, if you think about it that way. Now Lyft, they do it based on little grid areas, so they don't do a wide span area like Uber does. They do little sections. It's a 1 to 5 mile area or 1 to 3 mile area where they are needed. Only that little area will be squared off, and you'll see it. It'll say primetime tips 25%, 50%, 100 times the normal price. It'll let you know as soon as you sign on to pick up people where the primetime tips are. It'll say it, but you need to look and you will see the little pink area, and that's where they'll be charging the primetime price for Lyft. The way primetime tips works is the driver, if they're charging 25% of the normal fare, you will be charging normal fare and plus a 25% on top of the fare, right? Now that 25% goes directly to the driver as a tip. The driver does not get the 20% cut that Lyft takes away from. So that's a cool part on the tips part. Where Uber, they might charge 1 to 3 to 5 times the normal price, but they will charge you a 20% cut over your total fares that you've received throughout the week. So it doesn't matter if they charge 2 to 3 times the normal price, they're still going to tax you their 20% cut. But the good side of the Uber part is that you can make generally a little bit more money than you do on Lyft. It's a given. I've talked to many drivers that converted or do both, and they all say the same thing. A lot of them drive during the week for Lyft and on the weekend for Uber, just because Uber tends to charge a surge pricing around those times, so it really helps out. So that's practically it on the surge pricing and the primetime tips. That's the general gist of it. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Usually it only happens on weekends or on big concert events. A couple of questions people ask me a lot is, can you do Uber and Lyft at the same time? Yes, you can. I don't recommend it. The reason being that it can potentially affect your acceptance rating for both companies. So I'll give you an example. You can have both phones on, your personal one for Lyft and the other one for Uber, and let's say you get a request at the same time for both. You can't accept both. You have to choose one. So like, let's say that were to happen, you accept one, the other one you're gonna have to basically not accept, and that's gonna hurt your acceptance rating overall. Now obviously it's not going to hurt you, it doesn't happen all the time. I wouldn't suggest doing it. I either do either or. So if I log on to Uber and it's slow, I'll just sign up to Lyft and it'll pick up, see which one's busier, and that's what I'll do for the rest of the day. Or I'll just do 1 hour Lyft and 1 hour Uber, and I'll keep doing that. Just a quick little update for you guys that don't know. Lyft at the current moment here in LA, especially, I don't know if it's in every market, they are not charging their 20% cut due to their pricing that they're trying out, this happy hour pricing, which is a little bit less than normal. So they're not taking their 20% cut. So until further notice, it will be 0 commission. So everything you make on Lyft, all the fares are going to be to you. Another update for Uber is Uber is going to start charging you $10 weekly for your phone that they give you. You can't do nothing about it. For those drivers that started before, I believe June something, they're going to get that $10 credit until August. But whoever started after that, they're already getting charged their $10 weekly charge for the phone. So just keep that in mind. That's another cut from Uber, but Uber's getting big, so I guess that's where they're taking that cut. So quick thing, do I recommend for working for Uber or for Lyft? I do both. Like I said, I usually keep Lyft as a backup. I do Uber 90% of the time. The reason being that I can make way more money on Uber than Lyft, for the same reason being that they charge a tiny bit more. Based on just my guesstimates, I'll say that Uber charges anywhere between, here in LA, I would say between 5 to 15% more than Lyft does. And on top of that, the surge pricing really does help out the drivers a lot, just for the fact that, you know, that'll really make profit better versus our gas. Now I will be making more videos, maybe 2 or 3 more videos for Uber and Lyft. I'll do a review for Sherpa. If you guys have not heard of Sherpa, I talked to one of the co-founders of the company. Sherpa made an app for Uber, Lyft, and Sidecar, where it's basically similar to Mint, where you can manage your money, how it's done based on all the drivers' feedback, and control your money where it's going based on your gas versus what you're taking in, plus their 20% cut that Uber's taking out, or Lyft and Sidecar, whatever it is. So if you guys want to try it out just to manage your drives better, for those of you that do it full time, I suggest downloading the app. It's free, check it out, and I'll make my own review about it in a couple weeks from now. If you guys have any questions, please comment them below, let me know, and I'll try to do anything I can. If you guys want to become a Lyft driver, there's a link in the about section on the description. It's a link for Lyft, so you can sign up and be a driver. Also, if you guys just want to like a ride, a little credits for your first time, people that have never used Lyft before, just type in ETSN20 as the redemption code and you'll get a credit for it, so you can use that as well. For Uber, if you want to become a driver, please send me your email and your info through the YouTube messaging system. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll refer you. And also, if you guys want a $20 credit for Uber and it's your first time, it's only for first time riders, just type in E3F5EK for Uber, and that's going to be your $20 credit for Uber for first time riders. And that code can be given to multiple people as long as it's their first time ever using Uber. That's my video for the week. Those are one of the questions I get a lot. And that's practically it. If you guys like this video, please give me a like. It helps out a lot. If you guys like my videos, please like, subscribe. I do tech videos as well, so this is just for a couple more videos and that's it. For those of you that think I do Lyft and Uber at full time, you guys are crazy. I don't do it. It's not my main job. I don't do it because that's what I graduated to do or nothing like that. I do it to supplement my income. It's a great form of income. If you guys see me dressed up right now, I just came from an interview for a job, so this is not an Uber thing or trying to be better for the camera, but it looks better, so whatever.